let's finish up the movement to the left wrist. So if we notice, the left wrist needs to be planted on the bar a little bit better than it is right now. So we're going to do a similar fix to what we did with the right wrist. We'll adjust our range slider. Oh, not like that. We just want to get this start time and move it down some to about here. And then we'll select the left wrist control. Just so we could grab this pose on frame 272, and notice we do need to make a slight adjustment to this pose so it's better on the bar before we transfer it over to frame 332. So let's adjust it. Okay, and we'll check it out in more than one view and bring it up some in the X. Alright, but that's fine. So with that pose fix, we'll now go ahead and middle mouse button click on frame 332 and press Shift E to transfer that pose there. Then we'll delete our middle keys and scrub through. There it is. That the left wrist is fixed to this part of the animation. So now we can bring our range slider back to where our focus was on before. Now we'll go to frame 333 and adjust the wrist so we get a nice blend. So we can rotate it back in the Z and do a few more adjustments like that. So when we scrub through, we get a nice blend where the character drops the bar. Awesome. Now once that's done, we'll work on the follow through to the wrist, and unlike with the right wrist, we'll actually animate in the rotate Z as well as the Y. Okay, so let's work on that, and we'll just have one pose for the Z. We just need to fix it so that the wrist isn't angled as it is right now. We actually have it follow through into a better pose, so let's work on that. But first, as the wrist is coming down, let's go to about frame 338, and on that frame we'll go to the rotate Y and rotate the wrist up like that for the follow through as it's coming down. And as the wrist is going back, this is where we bring in the rotate Z movement. But as the wrist is going back, first we'll move it back in the Y, and then in the Z we'll move it down for the follow through to that. Then it comes up to hit home hard for the victory pose. So for our next key for the follow through, let's actually take this key on frame 356 and move it down one frame. Okay, so there's our pose, our follow through for that. And as the character throws his arm forward, we'll have some follow through there. We'll go to frame 359 and rotate the wrist down in the Y. Bam, so there's what we get. And since he's going to be really tightening up his arm, we won't see much movement from the wrist. But we'll go to our last frame, frame 380, and just move the wrist up like that to get some subtlety in there. Great, so let's do a play blast now. We'll hide our NURBS curves. And let's play it back for more of this view here. Here it is. Great, so now our wrist movements are really looking good. Let's check out another view. We'll close this out and let's see. Let's see if we can find another view to really check out how our motion's looking. Maybe more of a back view, so we can see the follow through that we put in the rotate Z. So we'll play blast from here. Here it is. Great. Well, with those adjustments made on the wrist, that completes this lesson, and we're almost done with the upper body. All we need to do is animate it according to the arm swings, and that's what we're going to work on in the next lesson.